Just look at me now. Just look at me now. She's just look at me now. Eyes up on me, take a look at me now. Just look at me now. What's the price of what just look at me now. Eyes up on me, take a look at me now.
Takes on the strike. Nice body.
Look at me now.
Chelsea are champions.
Look at me now.
18 weeks after Chelsea lifted their 4th title in a row, the Barclays Women's Super League is back. We've got familiar faces, plenty of new recruits and some returning Robins. We cannot wait to find out what this season has in store.
Right, let's get started.
Let's go.
Chelsea, champions of the WSL.
We're back with a vengeance.
Turner! Oh my word! Can you believe it?
Tremendous save from Walsh.
The season starts here.
It's Hemp! Look who's back. Bristol City have done it.
This is Arsenal.
A huge goal for Arsenal! How about that?
Come on, you Irons.
That was a brilliant goal.
Great goal!
The wait is over.
It's good to be back, isn't it? Well, there were plenty of ins and outs at Manchester United over the summer. They visited the ever-improving Aston Villa. Arsenal, who finished 3rd last season, faced Liverpool at the Emirates Stadium in front of a record WSL crowd. And a London derby on the opening weekend as Spurs visited the champions Chelsea. All of that and plenty more in the company of Anita Asante and Jenna Schillaci. Welcome back to you both. Good to see you. Well, we're going to be beginning with 2 of last season's standout sides as Aston Villa welcomed Manchester United to Villa Park. Well, black armbands were worn and a period of silence held ahead of kick-off at all the WSL and Championship matches that took place on Sunday in a tribute to Sheffield United player Maddie Cusack, who tragically passed away just over a week ago at the age of just 27. The Blades fixture away to Crystal Palace on Saturday was postponed. Watching on at Villa Park, Siobhan Chamberlain and Robin Cowan.
There are debuts for Dutch number 1, Daphne van Domselaar in goal, and Lucy Parker, who made the switch from West Ham in the summer. Kirsty Hansen made her loan from Man United permanent after scoring 7 goals and assisting 9 in the WSL last season. Rachel Daly, who won the Golden Boot last season with 22 goals, leads the line. Manchester United lost 2 of their most influential names in the summer in Ona Badier and Alessia Russo. They have managed to keep hold of Golden Glove winner Mary Earps, who starts in goal. There are debuts for Gabby George, who rejoins from Everton, having left United in 2014, and Brazilian international Jay-Z, who signed from Barcelona. World Cup winner Arena Guerrero and Golden Boot winner Hinata Miyazawa are among the substitutes. Blinkilla Brown to Rachel Daly. Well, the flag stayed down here. Jay-Z is in. Jay-Z, top save. Domselaar turns it away.
Now that was brilliant. Brilliant by Jay-Z, the break, and it's a brilliant save from Van Domselaar, keeping her team in this game.
Parker making good ground, and that's a great ball. It's Lehman! What a challenge coming in. Best chance for Aston Villa by far.
Such a well-timed run and a ball through. Gabby George slightly deeper than the rest. Couldn't quite get the shot to trouble Mary Earps.
Staniforth out to Mayling. Now Parker. Down the line for Alicia Lehman. Early cross in. Oh, now Salmon is down. Was she obstructed? Not in the view of Rebecca Welsh. Physio's being called on.
Le Tissier knew exactly what she was doing there. It's a body check, she's come across her. She's very lucky.
Robust, to say the least. Staniforth with the corner. Salmon. Poked towards goal, off the bar! How close was that from Rachel Daly to opening her account for the season?
It's a brilliant delivery in again by Staniforth, causing problems for Manchester United in there. Ebony Salmon with the touch and Daly just with the dink over the top. Almost measured to perfection, but just clips the top of the crossbar.
Hansen has set Rachel Daly away. The angle's a little tight, she might need support. Oh, down she goes, Rachel Daly. But in the view of the referee, Le Tissier times that to perfection.
Rachel Daly cuts in, she gets a slight connection on the ball. It's a bigger connection on Rachel Daly.
No review because that is not possible at the moment in the women's game. So Rebecca Welsh only gets one look at it. Oh, and this could be trouble. It's a red card. Kirsty Hansen sent off against her former club. She knew as soon as she made that challenge what that could mean. Carla Ward is arguing her case.
You see here, she takes her first touch. The foot comes up high. It's reckless, it's dangerous. And the referee didn't even hesitate. Straight to her back pocket. Straight to the red card.
And so Villa down to 10. Paris. Have another go here. Paris deflected. Rachel Williams claims for handball. Quite strong ones as well.
Well, it's a very busy 75 minutes for Rebecca Welch. You see as the ball comes in here, it takes deflections. Her hands are in front of her chest. Yes, they're up. Is it making her body any bigger? I don't think it is. For me, it's not a penalty.
Parker shrugging off the challenge. This is promising. Daly, good first touch. Oh! And a superb second. Down to 10. No problem for Aston Villa. And the Golden Boot winner from last season, Daly, is off the mark.
What a reaction, what a goal. And it's not going to be anyone other than Rachel Daly. It's brilliant play. Down this right-hand side, driving through. Adriana Leon just come onto the pitch. The first touch from Daly is sublime. The finish is even better. 1-0 to Aston Villa.
It has all gone off in the last 5 minutes here at Villa Park. They have the player advantage, can they use it? Zellam's corner towards the near post, flick towards the 6-yard box, and it's in! Lucia Garcia levels things up for Manchester United. Still time for them to find a winner now.
It's another wonderful delivery from Katie Zellam, bouncing around in the box, and she reacted first, fired it into the net. Van Domselaar with no chance, and you can see how much that means to her.
Here's Paris, and now Toon delivers. Here's Paris, teeing it up for Zellam. It's another tremendous save. Van Domselaar. Well, we knew her quality, but she is showing it in bucket loads today on her debut. Paris loops up, and it's there, and it's It's Rachel Williams to surely win it for Manchester United. The veteran striker off the bench to do what she does. She's played in all 13 seasons in the WSL. Rolling back the years, Rachel Williams.
Heartbreak for Aston Villa, but who else than Rachel Williams?
Ayling flicks it on, and there we have it. A dramatic opener to this WSL season. Manchester United coming from behind to claim an opening day victory. Full time at Villa Park. Aston Villa 1, Manchester United 2.
I know my role very well now. When the going gets tough, it's like, we'll throw Big Will on. So ran on there, done my job. Everyone's screaming at me, just get in the box, stay in the box. So it's a lovely ball in, and I seen the keeper moving. I just thought I'd plonk it the other side, and yeah, so got the 3 points. Really happy with the start.
It's another tool for us. It's a skill that she has that not many have. You put her in the box and she can be deadly. We tried to put her in a position to be effective. We've got to be better at being effective for our players' skill set, and we were today, and that's exactly why we won the game.
Firstly, immensely proud of my players because they've been unbelievable and they deserve more. But yes, frustrated. The big calls have gone against us today, and yeah, that hurts.
We'll talk about those big calls in just a moment. But Jenna, firstly, did Manchester United deserve it in the end? That game really did have it all.
Yeah, I think in the end they did. I think Villa will feel really frustrated to come away without anything, especially after the way they reacted to go 1-0 up after losing Hansen. But I think once the Garcia goal went in, you could only really see it going one way. They put a lot of pressure on Villa towards the end, and then obviously Big Will pops up with a winning goal.
I love that that's her nickname. Yeah, Rachel Williams, her 13th season in the WSL, Anita. For all the money, for all the new faces coming into this league, she's still showing us all how it's done, isn't she?
Oh, she's just a quality player, you know, so much experience. The ball takes an actual deflection there, but she's the one that reads the flight of the ball. She's first to attack it. She's aggressive in there, and this is trademark, you know, Rachel Williams' goal. She's so good with her head and really difficult to defend.
Yeah, and she said then she knows her role. As you said, we saw her do that so many times last season, multiple seasons.
Yeah, you know, last season she came on dying minutes of games and affected and impacted it with results by scoring crucial goals in moments like that. And you can see Mark Skinner trusts her, he knows what he gets from her, and now the team are playing on her strengths as well.
OK, let's come on to those controversial decisions that Carla Ward was complaining about post-match. Firstly, this one. Was Maya Letizia fortunate at all for you, Jenna?
I think she was lucky to still be on the pitch. I think you can see here Ebony Salmon's going up the gears there. She's about to drive past her, and Letizia spots her and just barges into her, and it's quite a reckless challenge. I think at very least it should have been a yellow card and free kick to Villa.
Yeah, in this situation, you know, Villa felt like they could have got a potential penalty shout. Maya Letizia again coming across, and we debated whether or not she made enough contact with the ball here to warrant, you know, getting away with this decision. But Villa will feel definitely hard done by.
Yeah, I think you can see in the slow-mo there, we couldn't even see if Letizia got the first touch or she got Daly first, and then here it's the red card that the referee, I think, had no choice but to give it. It's a loose touch from Hansen. I don't think it's malicious. I think her eyes are on the ball, but her studs are up. She does make contact with Vlad, and I think the referee gets that spot on.
Yeah, you can see just how disappointed she was when Rebecca Welsh showed her that red card. In terms of Aston Villa, it kind of felt like Manchester United had the better of the first half. Aston Villa had the better of the second half. How impressed were you with them, not only before the red card, but also afterwards?
I was really impressed, you know, throughout the game, but especially when they went down to 10 players, they still applied the pressure. They worked set-piece situations and tried to deliver quality balls into the box. They just couldn't find the end product.
No, and I think here you see Lucy Parker time and time again. She stepped in from midfield, carried the ball into the attacking third, and here you just see the ball fizzed into Daly. Just seeing here Lucy Parker again. It's a ball, see Daly making that run, getting her head down to get into the box. She does it so well, and here's the ball just fizzed into her. Look at that for a first touch, and just swivels and buries it home.
Picking up exactly where she left off last season. I'm sure she's going to be just as important for Aston Villa. As for Manchester United, Garcia was player of the match, but also it was a debutant as well, JC, that kind of combined with her really well on the right.
Yeah, JC really impressed me. She stretches the line. She's super quick and dynamic. She's asking questions to the defenders, but she's got that, you know, pizzazz as well, a bit of sparkle, and I think she's an exciting player to watch.
Yeah, she really is. I think 1v1, she caused havoc down that right-hand side against Danielle Turner, and here you just see her linking up with Garcia. They seem to have built a strong connection, even in the opening day. You can see those connections growing, but yeah, so much flair, and I think Garcia as well was very good in the second half. Here you just see Jace just driving past, just leaving defenders for dead. But yeah, the pair of them I thought had a really good first half.
How much did she deserve to get the winner, Garcia? Because she's not always had as many starts as maybe she'd have liked at Manchester United.
No, but she's proven she's got so much impact. Last season we saw her as a sub impact the game. Today she was effective. That goal and that finish, you know, snapshot as well on target. It was fantastic to see.
Yeah, brilliant. And I think, you know, she's going to give Mark Skinner a headache this season. I think she would have been frustrated last season not getting as many starts as she'd want. And I think she continues to perform like that. I think we'll see her start a lot more games.
A very welcome headache, I'm sure, for Mark Skinner. So Manchester United off to a winning start. Let's see how Arsenal got on, because they began their campaign at the Emirates Stadium against Liverpool, who were the last side to beat the Gunners on the opening day back in 2013. Commentary in front of a WSL record crowd of 54,155 comes from Michael McCann.
Let's take a look at the Gunners team sheet first. They've made 3 changes from the side that crashed out of Champions League qualifying 3 weeks ago on penalties against Paris FC. Alessia Russo, Katie McCabe and Jen Beattie come in. Amanda Ilestedt, Noelle Maritz and Stina Blackstenius are the 3 to drop out from that one. As for Liverpool, 3 competitive debuts for Matt Beard's side. Grace Fisk and Gemma Clark in the centre-half positions. It will be something of a 5-4-1 in defence and a 3-4-3 in attack. The wing-backs are a key part of the success Liverpool have had. More than 50,000 tickets sold here at the Emirates. Liverpool staying up comfortably enough last season. The ambition now is to push on. Cave's cross nearly turned into a goal-scoring threat. I'm not quite sure it was what she intended. Cave on the angle. What did he be dealing with from Laws? Dealt with it was eventually. Nice spell this from Liverpool. They're just starting to find a foothold in the contest, having had to resist a lot of early pressure. Cross in towards Zinsberger, who's totally unconvincing. And Hines almost scooped it in for 1-0. It's still in there. Proper penalty box pinball. And wide it goes. And Manuela Zinsberger will be the most relieved person in North London right now. There'll be 50,000 or so Arsenal fans who are feeling pretty similarly about the experience, though. Zinsberger ends up in all sorts of a tangle, spinning round, not knowing where the ball is. Hines was on hand, and it's Jen Beattie with a magnificent block. Catley. Catley's cross comes back for Leonard Mornham, who wants to strike it and does. Great reaction saved by Laws to her left after the flying volley by Frida Leonard Mornham, who had comfortably the best scoring season of her career last time around and is eager to get her WSL goal tally going for the new campaign. She nearly did here. Smashed in from distance and well saved by Laws. A third good save that Rachel Laws has had to make in this first half to keep it at 0-0. This time denying Kim Little. The Cass's header fell to the Scot. That is beautiful technical skill. The takedown, the swivel, the Kimmy shimmy, as Arsenal fans sometimes call it. Right forward. Well, cut out by Catley. Oh, that's a clever slip ball inside for Kearns. Kearns' cross, and in! Liverpool lead! Miri Taylor's first goal of her second spell. A dagger in Arsenal hearts. Slightly loose from Catley. There's still a lot to do for Liverpool. Marie Hubinger on debut. Just helps it round the corner to Missy Burkearns. And there's Taylor at the far post. Really neat work from Liverpool. Now then, now they really can dream. Look at what it means to Miri Taylor. Rejoined Liverpool in January of this year from Angel City. Said she had tunnel vision when she found out Liverpool were interested in bringing her back. Now on the score sheet for them in the WSL. Clever, quick feet. Well done by McCabe. He wants the 1-2, it instead goes to Catley. Now Leonardson Morner. Leonardson Morner's cross! And headed wide at the far post. It's the best chance that Arsenal have created in this second half. It could well have been a first WSL goal for Chloe Lacasse. Liverpool have done it. Winless away last season. Matt Beard's Reds start this campaign with victory at the Emirates. It finishes Arsenal 0, Liverpool 1.
Second half we come out, started really well, obviously got the goal. And then after that, look, we know they're a good side, they know they're going to put you under pressure, but I think Rachel Laws deserves a special mention, but I think defensively, right the way across the ball, we dug in for that win, and if you work that hard and defend like that, I think we deserved the win and the clean sheet in the end.
Second half, obviously we get off to a really bad start with conceding a goal. The ball is not in play a lot in the second half. I don't think we get any rhythm into the game. I'm disappointed with that. That's part of the frustration. I think at the end of the day we need to do it better.
So Liverpool do it again. Last season, Anita, they beat Chelsea on the opening day. This year, it's Arsenal. You were at the Emirates for this one. Just how impressive was their display, particularly from a defensive point of view?
They were so impressive from start to finish. You know, they defended really well. They absorbed so much pressure from Arsenal in the first half in particular, but the numbers they got in the box, 8 players behind the ball, defending, getting blocks. In second phase, third phase, they were there to just try and block everything and stop Arsenal from progressing in the pitch. And, you know, notable performances from Rachel Laws was exceptional in goal. I thought Gemma Bonner as well really led the charge.
Yeah, they were just so resilient, weren't they? As a whole team, every single player played their part today. It was a massive, massive shift. If you're just looking here, for example, set piece, how many bodies they've got back defending, blocks, bodies on the line. There's just no way through for this Arsenal team.
Yeah, tactical masterclass, I'm sure you agree, from Matt Beard. Let's take a look at the goal that did win it then for Liverpool. It was Miri Taylor on the 48th minute. Jenna, what did you like about this, or maybe what did you dislike from an Arsenal defensive point of view?
I thought it was a really well-worked goal. I think when Arsenal watch it back, they'll be really disappointed with their defending. I thought it was a great cut back from Missy Burkearns there, and the finish, she connects with it, but it's not the best execution at all. I think Lotte Buvenmoy just loses her foot in there, and it's a weak pass. You'd expect your keeper to do a little bit better there, but credit to Liverpool. You know, you've got to take the chances that you have. It doesn't have to be pretty, and, you know, they get 1-0 up. They come out in the second half firing. I think they shocked Arsenal.
Yeah, you say that Arsenal was shocked there, Anita, but what was missing for your former side today?
Just like Jonas, the manager, said, I think they didn't have the rhythm. They weren't clicking necessarily. It wasn't from lack of trying to connect and operate chances, but you've got to give credit to Liverpool. They didn't allow them the space. They were, you know, in a low block, mid block, reduced them from areas that they like to play in. They want to play centrally, not down in the channels, and they were forced wide into delivering crosses into the box.
Yeah, I think in some sense they played into Liverpool's hands, didn't they, with those balls into the box. Every time it was cleared by the defensive line. If it wasn't the defensive line, it was Laws pulling off some incredible saves and being in the right place at the right time.
OK, so Arsenal getting their WSL title charge potentially off to a start with a defeat. Plenty of problems and things to ponder for Jonas Eidevall. We're going to head over London now to Chelsea next. They're going for a 5th title in a row, and we had a London derby to kick off their season. Commentary for this one comes from Mark Scott.
Chelsea were top of the WSL for 94 days last season. Manchester United did actually lead the table for longer than that, 105 days at the summit, but it was Chelsea who were there when it mattered. A record 6 WSL title wins, all in the last 8 campaigns under Emma Hayes, and the first shot in anger is tipped away by Spencer to deny Lauren James. Skidded goalwards, but given the proximity, you always fancied Spencer to get down and make the save. Some brotherly support in the stands. That's a good header, opening goal. Mia Fishel on target for Chelsea. What a moment for the new signing. Stamford Bridge on its feet. Mia Fishel gets the Champions opening goal of the new campaign. Charles got to the byline and stood it up beautifully, and didn't Mia Fishel readjust wonderfully well and then steer it into just the right spot. Bright, nice footwork from Nuskin, who has then lost it. Spence slips it through, it's Thomas! It's a terrific save from Mušović, and then Millie Bright's in the right spot to deny Thomas as well. So close to a Spurs leveller on the stroke of half-time. Good chance, oh, so close. The effort from Lauren James was just a couple of inches too high. James. Fishel, good feet, good hit. Well saved by Spencer, and the rebound, is it in? It didn't cross the line. Chelsea might score here anyway. It's Lauren James who finally gets her goal. She's come close a number of times, and this time she buries the chance. And Chelsea's strong start to the second half is rewarded with a second goal. Neville getting forwards, good stuff. Ashley Neville. Oh, the run was great, the pass was a letdown. That's a good try though, and Mušović to the rescue. Clinton kept out, Spurs rallying. Neville! Mušović there again. This would have been an absolute cracker from Clinton. Mušović was equal to it. Oh, Mjelde dwelt on it. Taken off her by Naz. Naz's ball in. Opportunity knocks for Spurs. Well, Thomas again finds her luck is out. Summonen. Patient stuff from Spurs. Is there an end product? Mušović! Oh, she spills it, and Spurs are back in it, and Martha Thomas has her goal for Tottenham. Well, she's kept them at bay on a number of occasions this evening, has Zecira Mušović. But when she dropped this one, Martha Thomas was quickest to react and prodded it into the corner, as Martha Thomas gets her first goal for the club.
Mia Fishel's debut, I think, was excellent for the team. I thought Niamh Charles played very well today. I think as a team, we got better in possession of the ball in our attacking play in the second half, and to win, you know, any game at this level is always satisfying, and I'm happy to get 3 points.
And they were really good, of course. They had a momentum in the second half there. But when you get so close, then of course you get like, we should have had that one. But when you look at it, I'm going to analyze every game this year with performance and not the result. So on Monday, when I look at this game, I'm obviously going to see a lot of good stuff, but also some things we need to improve, of course.
Yes, some really good stuff from Spurs on Sunday at Stamford Bridge, but it was Chelsea that came out on top. Let's talk a little bit about Chelsea's new signing, Mia Fischel, getting a goal on her debut. We don't always see Emma Hayes put new signings into the starting lineup straight away, but did we see exactly why she was included today?
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine Emma Hayes would put anyone in that she didn't feel wasn't ready to start and lead the line. And here, just seeing a glimpse there of what she does bring, excellent movement, and to direct that header down, you know, is good movement to peel off the defender and nods it into the corner past Becky Spencer.
Yeah, really exciting to see what she could do this season. Looks like Chelsea could have uncovered another big star. Talking of big stars, she was a star at the World Cup this summer. No surprise to see Lauren James score in the second. A brilliant performance from her again.
No surprises at all. I think we saw just what we know what she can do here. You know, unfortunate not to score in that scenario, but she's got left foot, right foot. She's dynamic. She's attacking the box. Again, she finds herself in a scenario where we believe Chelsea did score in the initial instance in the first phase, but the ball progresses out wide and she's just coasting in the box. Look at that for control. You know, it's so difficult. Opens up her instep to just guide it back in, that run, you know, that late run into the box as well. Really intelligent play.
Yeah, she just stays alert, doesn't she? You can see there the ball has gone over. She's claiming for the goal. And here she's just biding her time. She's lost her defenders, just glides past the defenders. You can see there, no defenders claimed her, and it's a beautiful finish into the corner.
I tell you what, we won't have the conversation about whether goal line technology should come into women's football at this point. Jonah, we're watching this together, and Spurs were so impressive. We heard from the manager there in terms of they want to be on the front foot more, and they were, and they got their rewards. Well, in terms of a goal, not the result.
Yeah, no, I think there's been a lot of change over the summer at Tottenham, and it's been clear that Robert wants a real clear identity and for this team to play on the front foot, to play without fear. And you saw that the minute that they did score the goal, the confidence grew and the chances kept coming. And here we see Grace Clinton, who's affected the whole game, gets the shot off. Martha Thomas just most alert, gets the rebound and into the goal. But, you know, it was a really good display despite the result from Tottenham. I thought they grew into it in the second half. I think they had created a lot of chances, and if we're disappointed, they came really, really close, and a great first performance. You know, they've got some new players in there, and it looks like it's heading in the right direction for Tottenham.
Yeah, really looking forward to seeing how Spurs develop under their new manager. Now, there were also some emotional scenes at full-time at Stamford Bridge as Chelsea presented Emma Hayes with a shirt in memory of her late father, who she announced passed away last week. Everyone here at the Women's Football Show sends their condolences to Emma and her family. OK, well, we're going to round up the remaining WSL matches next, starting with newly promoted Bristol City as they welcomed Leicester to Ashton Gate. Flo Pollock brings us the best of the action.
In the first ever WSL meeting between Bristol City and Leicester, it was the newly promoted hosts who took the lead. Carrie Jones with the deflected shot, past a helpless Janina Leitzig. 2 minutes into first half stoppage time, the Foxes drew level. Lena Peterman with the initial effort blocked by Brooke Aspin before Amy Palmer thundered home the rebound. Leicester started the second half on the front foot and went ahead 4 minutes after the restart. Shannon O'Brien finding space to beat Fran Bentley at her near post. The Foxes extended their advantage moments later, Peterman losing her marker to head in for her debut goal. It got even worse for the hosts when substitute Jutta Rantala latched onto a loose ball to make it 4-1. Bristol City were afforded a lifeline with 5 minutes remaining when CJ Bott brought down Mary Ward in the box. Amelie Testrup stepped up to convert from the spot, but it proved nothing more than a consolation prize.
I don't really want to continue to look back at last season, but it took us 10 games to get 3 points last year, so you want to get off, accumulate those points as quickly as possible, and to get 3 today on the first day of the season is obviously very pleasing.
Manchester City have a 100% away record at West Ham in the WSL, but lacked a goal-scoring edge on Sunday until Lauren Hemp netted a superb curling strike in the 48th minute. Moments later, and Gareth Taylor's side had the chance to double their advantage when Shannon Cook handled in the box. Up stepped Chloe Kelly, but Mackenzie Arnold guessed correctly to deny the England international. City's disappointment was short-lived, however, as club record signing Jill Roord waltzed through to score on her debut. A perfect afternoon for the visitors was soured late on when Leila Wahabi kicked out at Emma Harries after an initial challenge, the referee showing the City defender a straight red. West Ham couldn't take advantage of the extra player and it finished 2-0.
Always want to win on the first day, and I think keeping a clean sheet as well is a real bonus, especially when we were probably put under a bit of pressure towards the end. But I felt the players dealt with everything that was thrown at them today really, really well. I felt that the contributions from the side were good in terms of making changes, and yeah, really pleased.
Everton had lost only once in 5 WSL home games against Brighton, but found themselves behind after just 3 minutes. Katie Robinson's strike rattling the crossbar before Elizabeth Turlan headed home to give Melissa Phillips' side an early lead. Brighton continued to dominate and doubled their advantage inside the opening quarter of an hour. Robinson with the assist, Turlan with the perfectly timed run to claim her second. The hosts were very much improved after the break and eventually halved the deficit on 65 minutes. Captain Megan Finnegan latching on to a loose ball to give Everton hope. Everton were perhaps fortunate to finish with 11 on the field as a frustrated Lucy Hope lashed out at the corner flag, which then appeared to catch Pauline Bremer in the face. The referee chose not to act and it finished 2-1 to Brighton.
Really pleased to come away with the result, and the performance ebbed and flowed quite a bit, but that's to be expected in the first game, and especially when you go up 2-0 early, you have to expect to be able to ride the wave a little bit, and I think we managed momentum really well. I think subs that came on were excellent and really impacted and changed the tempo towards the end of the game.
Yeah, it felt a big win for that, Brighton, given their struggles last season. But did we see just how important both Elizabeth Turland and Katie Robinson could be for them this season?
Absolutely, we saw that in the opening 20 minutes. You know, 2 goals came through those partnerships. So yeah, I think they're going to be 2 key players along with the new signings that they have made. They've had a great transfer window.
Bristol City back in the WSL, not the start they'll have wanted. What did you make of them today, obviously losing to Leicester?
Yeah, disappointed with the result. I think Bristol started off brightly, but then just probably didn't manage those moments, vital moments, you know, the end of the first half, start of the second half, and we'll want to improve on those performances.
Perfect start for Leicester, though, given their struggles last season too.
Yeah, I think, you know, Leicester, this was a great opportunity for them to set early foundations. They've obviously got some new players in as well, got on the score sheet, which is always important to build confidence in the team.
What about Manchester City then? They got the win against West Ham. How do you rate their title chances this season? Because they'll want to be in the mix again.
Absolutely, I think it's a massive season for them. I think obviously just missing out on Champions League last season. I think this season is their season now. I think they need some silverware. I think they've got off to a good start with today's 3 points, and they managed the game well. And yeah, I think it's a massive season for them.
There hasn't been too much movement there over the summer as well. Will having a settled side help them? I know Jill Roord came in and she scored today.
Yeah, I think, you know, last season they had a lot of transition, a lot of change, and it took a while to gel together. We saw it come together with the unbeaten run that they went on, and I think now this season it's time for those signings now to gel.
OK, well, for what it is worth, we're going to take a look at the Barclays WSL table. No, I don't like doing it this early either, but Leicester fans, you might enjoy this. Take a picture, you are top of the WSL for the very first time. There were also some really impressive opening day victories for Brighton and Liverpool. Could this mean we are set for the closest, most competitive season yet? Into the Women's Championship. Birmingham City claimed their first 3 points of the campaign away at Southampton, who had won 3 of their first 4 matches. It was Libby Smith with a goal in each half, and there was also a late Rosanna Parnell own goal, which secured the win before there was a late consolation from Emily Craft for the Saints. A reminder, the Women's Championship started a few weeks ago. Well, elsewhere, Reading, who were relegated from the WSL last season, also got their first win of the campaign, 2-0 away to Durham. There were also 2-0 away victories for Blackburn and Charlton. Sunderland were the only side to claim 3 points at home at the expense of Watford. And the Black Black Cats trail the leaders Blackburn by just a point at the top of the table. Southampton drop down to 3rd. Reading, though, move up to 7th after their win. Lewis at the bottom are still on just a point. Well, there's plenty of sports, as always, for you on the BBC. Coming up on Tuesday evening at 7 p.m, BBC Two has live coverage of Day 4 from the World Artistic Gymnastics Championships in Antwerp. That very same evening, BBC Sounds has live Champions League commentary of Manchester United against Galatasaray from 8 p.m. And next Sunday, the top 4 sides in the WSL from last season face off with Chelsea's trip to Manchester City. That'll be live on BBC Two for you from 12:15. And of course, the Women's Football Show will be back with all of the highlights from that as well. So come on then. We've seen all the teams now for this weekend. Anita, what's your biggest takeaway? What do you think we're going to see this season? Who's impressed you?
Well, I have to say, obviously, being at the Arsenal-Liverpool game, I was really impressed with the way they performed. And I think they learnt a lot of lessons from last season. They had players missing, Van der Sanden, Roman Hogg. They didn't even have to utilise to get the result today. So I'm interested to see how they can be one of the best of the rest this season.
Jenna?
Yeah, for me, I think I'm going to have to go with Tottenham. I think it's that obvious. I just think after the season they had last season, the summer of transition and change, I think the way they conducted themselves today, there's a lot of positives to take from that.
What have you made of the new manager as well, because you work at the club?
Yeah, I think he's been great. I think he's created an environment where players feel free. They feel like where they can be themselves. They can dare. They can be brave on the ball, and I think we've seen that today.
Yeah, it's going well, isn't it, for the men's team, and looks like it could be good for the women's team as well. OK, that's all we've got time for on this week's show, but a big thank you for joining us on the opening weekend of the women's football season in the Barclays WSL. It was a brilliant opening weekend. We are hoping for more of the same each and every week, so do make sure you join us with that live game on BBC Two on Sunday and the highlights on Sunday evening. Bye-bye.
Kirsty Hansen sent off against her former club. And it's Rachel Williams to surely win it for Manchester United.
Curtis cross and in. Liverpool leads. A dagger in Arsenal hearts.
It's Lauren James. The champions are off to a winning start.